Okay, so we're gonna do a shuffle. So if you just watched part 1, I give you a little background. We'll call it the most torturous 1 year of my life. This was a very torturous year. So we're gonna look at the themes of what I should discuss, just to kind of keep myself on subject. Also another way to control my oversharing, because everything ain't for everybody. And there's parts of me that I'm still trying to understand. There's parts of this, you know, in this whole entire ordeal that I'm still trying to understand. That came out. I don't want that little bee. I don't even want that little. Oh no! 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 Whatever. Okay. Day 2. So day 2, separation, chemistry, and attraction. So day 2, what's at the bottom? Romantic feelings. I don't know what romantic means. I don't have romantic feelings towards him. But I don't know what romantic feels. Okay, separation, chemistry, and attraction. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and there's a strong magnetic attraction here. You may attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay, day 2. I became increasingly horny. Once I got settled and they told me my bond, which I felt like it was unnecessary, but like I knew I could get the money. I had access to the money. Okay, let me tell y'all. So I gave, like, this is how fucking, I don't know why I thought it was a game, but I did. Like, I really was like, this shit is a game. And let me tell you why. Okay, so, like, one time, I was being, like, a little, whoo-hoo, like, I was just being, like, I really like, okay, I'm a very, I play all day type shit. Like, I like my life to be interesting as much as possible. Like, I really do. I was like, ooh, like, I felt like we both had, like, he had said something to me. He was like, you like what I like. And I was like, I like what you like. You sure we like the same things? I was like, you sure you like the same things I like? But we didn't elaborate, but I just knew that, you know, all right, it's gonna be a fun relationship then, all right? So I was letting out, like, all the things that I wanted to do, you know, like, I really like movies and shit, like, not those type of movies. But I really like the idea of, like, anyway. So yeah, so he had said that to me before, so I was like, okay. So I had said to him, like, in the car one day, I was like, well, this truck. I was like, hey, okay, I don't, like, these are not, like, my standards. I don't really like publicly arguing. I don't think it's, you know, unless it's, like, yeah, there could be, like, some real tension behind the argument, air quote, but I don't like it to be disrespectful in public, you know what I mean? I'm not about to be the toxic couple in public, unless it's for fun, like, so I was like, hey, like, we can have, like, look, you know, King of Swords, I was like, hey, we can have some, yeah, this is an Aquarius shit, doing nasty shit for no reason, communication, the Tower again, Page of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups. I was like, I said to him, and now he agreed, you guys. He agreed. Agreed. I was like, okay, so, like, I don't really want to argue. Like, I don't really like arguing in public, but we can have scenes, like, where it's for, you know, dramatic. People like to be in people's business. You know what I mean? You ever had those couple of, okay, think about those videos. Like, I'm one of those people, of course, I vlog and shit like that. So, of course, I'm looking for content all the time to do something to make myself, like, you know, personable as well as human. And I was like, I told him, I was like, hey, like, let's create some scenes in public. Like, I knew it was shit that he was pissed off at me about, that he just didn't want to, you know, converse about. But I was like, okay, it's definitely some shit I'm pissed off at you about, but I'm not definitely, you know what I mean? But I was like, okay, we gonna still, like, fuck with each other? And, you know, that was an agreement. So I was like, okay, cool. I don't know, like, some people get, like, once I do something for somebody and maybe have, like, an addictive personality trait, they expect me to continue doing it. I'm like, that's not going to continue. That's not going to fulfill the same high for you as it does the first time around, you know? So I was like, okay, bro, chill. I'm creative as fuck. Like, I'm a creative director, bro. I can do whatever I want to do and make it fun for us, you know? So So anyway, so this is where my thought process came from. I was like, okay, we are in scene mode right now. Okay, when we in scene mode, let's play, motherfucker. You know, that's what my brain was at. Okay, like I was like, okay, we gonna work this out. We gonna like, we gonna have some fun with it because yeah. And plus, people didn't really know like that we were like talking. I mean, I wasn't trying to like make it like public that we were talking, but I was just like, yo, I'm in this bitch. I'm next in line, you know. Now, I wouldn't say from the exterior, he looks like a potential bachelor for any woman. You know what I mean? He's attractive. You know what I mean? I don't feel like compliment him today. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like he has these qualities about him that you'd be like, oh my gosh, like he looks like okay. If I was to get him a card, he looks like the King of Wands mixed with the King of Cups. If I was to give y'all a tarot card, he is the King of Wands mixed with the King of Cups. Mind you, I hadn't had that dick yet, but I was like, this dick feels like it's mine. You know what I mean? That dick was mine in my brain at the time. So anyway, yeah, so time apart is on the horizon, blah, blah, blah. So he was going off to go do work at a distance. And at that time, I had the opportunity to go back to London. Well, I ain't gonna say back to London because I didn't go. But the first time, okay, so I had the opportunity a long time ago to go to London. But that's when I was dating this guy named Donnell who like sucked major dick. But he don't, like, I like him. He cool, whatever. But he just was, he was a scammer, bro. Like, he was a scammer. So my brain already be kind of, like, my brain is already on 10 when it comes to dudes and, like, how fucking lame they can be. Like, real life lame. So anyway, I had the opportunity to go to London. The opportunity came back around because I'm still in their damn email system. So, hey, you got, we have fashion week coming up. Do you have the opportunity to come to London? Blah, blah. I was like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah. So he was leaving. I thought, like, I could leave. I did become really aggressive afterwards. So I was like, you're not about to just punk out of this shit. And I do this thing where I go in public and, like, I don't know, I was really trying to work on my telepathic skills and it didn't come out right, okay? So I went to the gym with my friend and I didn't really feel like introducing her. Like, I didn't feel like I just didn't. Something had told me I didn't need to introduce her to him. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But you can see who I hang out with. But personally, I like other gyms. So that's what I was doing. Like, I like to go to other gyms. Like, other gyms. I don't want to see the same people every day at the gym. Then they start stealing my workout and shit, thinking they can have my body. And then, I don't know, gyms get weird because men are real life perverts, you know? Me and my friend, we had this dude who was like stalking us at the gym. And I was just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, so I was kind of creeped out about gyms at this point. Anyway, so I had ignored him and I knew that, like, he hates being ignored. So, like, that really, like, triggered him. And it kind of created that separation where he was like, okay, if you're not around that gym, like, okay, so it was like that. But it was still chemistry, strong magnetic attraction here. But yeah, okay, you attract the moment, like, fully enjoying the moment. So that's what I was doing, just enjoying the moment, you know. I was like, I wasn't in a rush. I wasn't about to make you get over her faster than you needed to, because at the end of the day, I'm not dealing with that shit. And that's really what it was. I wasn't dealing with that shit. And that was that King of Swords coming out of me. I was not about to deal with the fact, whatever she left your heart feeling like, I wasn't about to deal with it, okay? Because at the end of the day, you showing me that you still can't be faithful, nigga. Like, that's lame. The Moon, 10 of Pentacles, and 9 of Wands, okay? That definitely another Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles. I was working, but I was already had it in my brain. Like, I had just started my business in 2017 in December. I was already had it in my brain that I was gonna quit working soon. Like, I had enough affiliation to not do it, you know, to not go to work. I don't know why. So anyway, I had a lot of time on my hands, but not the time that he thought that I had on my hands, because I do a lot of studious work. So I mean, like, during that time I had like read 100 books and was studying like a lot, just, you know, just to prepare for my business. So it's a lot of information that I know for future business that I have, you know what I mean, future business plans that I have. And I didn't know if he thought like he was used to somebody like caring, but like not giving that much of a fuck, you know, like to be up on his ass the whole time. Like, I see you when I see you, bro. Like, I'll pop up when I want to see you, you know what I mean? We stopped doing the spend a night thing. Probably because he was pissed that I had sex. Yeah, it made some shit. He didn't deserve a dick. He didn't deserve my pussy at the time. He didn't. You still lying, bro. You still, like, he was still lying. I was just like, that's annoying. That's annoying. So devil's energy right there, okay? So I became like, I became strongly attracted to him. I don't know. I became more and more strongly attracted to him because again, I was visualizing the things that he had downloaded to me. Okay, thank you. I was visualizing some of the things that, like, he kind of like told me subconsciously, but didn't tell me in the like, again, the verbal form. 10, 11. Let me pull some more of these. Yeah, I had cry day too. But yeah, I gave my ex a chance, like the dude that I had sex with. I gave him a chance. I was like, all right, bro, save me! And I'm about to make the biggest mistake in my life. And me and my ex, we were really good for love. We weren't good for long-term relationship, but we were good for love. Like, well, we had a long-term relationship, but we weren't good for, like, really make, like, we were too similar. Like, we would go to the movies and, like, not want to get snacks because we felt like we was hearing the crunching and shit like that. We were, like, that petty. And I was like, okay, that's not gonna be fun. Like, that's not gonna be a fun relationship in real life. Granted, loving to pieces. Just not a lot of passion, you know? We understood each other too much. You know, he knew me like the back of my hand. I couldn't even lie to him about shit that I wanted to lie to him about. You know, he wasn't gonna dig. Like, he was gonna get an attitude about it. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Okay, codependency. Oh, let's talk about that. We were definitely codependent. When I say that, remember I was talking about it in the beginning, I said, you're not gonna like the things that I do twice. Okay? I mean, he might have liked the things I was gonna do twice, but like I said, addictive personality traits think that they can thrive off those little small, there were lower vibrational things that I was attracting him with just to, like, keep his attention temporarily, okay? So codependency, playfulness, and new love. Like, again, that playfulness, like, let's play. So I was, like, doing random shit. So he had moved and went off to, you know, went to his job. I ended up not going to London. I feel like he didn't want me to go to London anyway. I shouldn't have told him. Anyway, then he hit me with the line, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I don't play that type of shit. I don't play that. If it's meant to be, you gonna work on that shit now until it's meant to be. That's how I think, you know? But anyway, so we, like, the first game I popped up, I was like, bang! But I had told him. And then I think, we had gotten to it about something mild and petty. Something mild. And I blocked him, like, block, like, I think it was block, and I don't think he likes block too much. So the message is, like, we stopped texting. But for me, in my brain, I already knew I was telepathic, so, but I didn't know if he was receiving my messages, nor did I care if he was receiving my messages. I can hear what the fuck you doing. I can hear what you saying. I can hear what you feel, like, in the soul and everything. So I didn't need that validation as far as, like, texting him. Bro, I hate texting you. Come live with me. Like, that type of text. Like, I'm that type of person, like. So I really was okay with it. Like, I was okay. Like, and there was times where I could unblock myself from his shit, and I just didn't want to. Like, I was like, no. You want to be petty? Then be petty, you know? But I was still in that space where I wanted to prove that I guess we could say that word. We call it, we're healing. You got to say words that offend you, too. I was still trying to prove that I was, like, able to give the attention that I knew he wanted, you know, as well as myself. He was very attentive body-wise. That dick was mine. Just kidding. Anyway, yeah, that codependency is addiction affecting your whole life. I was a big heavy smoker. I'm still a big heavy smoker, but I don't care about it now as much as I used to back then. Because I was like, oh my gosh, does he not like people that smoke? Like, I didn't really care. But, you know, those type of things, I was like, okay. But I was also forming the woman I wanted to be, because I knew if I was going to be like the first black woman that he ever dated, or like publicly dated, I had to be the real first black woman that he has publicly dated. You know what I mean? Because there's a strength in that. There's a strength in being something new for somebody, and them trusting themselves with this, you know, this responsibility. Because at this point, I'm able to co-create with you rapidly. You know, being a browner tone, I'm able to get you what you want faster. And that same reason why when you chose to be with this woman during a time when you had another missed opportunity, she wasn't gonna get you shit, bro. Her skin color wasn't gonna get you the shit that you wanted. And I feel like that was another thing that I was really holding over his head. I was like, bro, you keep choosing, like, your skin color, you're shooting it in, you giving the information to someone who's not gonna receive it and be able to process it for you. You know what I mean? Different family values is not gonna get you the same thing. You know what I mean? But that was just me. That was what I already knew from what I had already downloaded about this woman. Nor did I care, you know. But I was like, I gotta learn what the fuck would happen with wrong, you know. I had to. I don't care how crazy that sounds. I recommend every woman, if you ain't crazy, go find out why the fuck this man cheated on you. Because it literally, if your ego get out the way, you will learn a lot about yourself. By the man that you love, by the woman that he chooses. You will learn a lot about yourself. A lot. And I like I said, you will learn a lot about yourself. If you put yourself in a position to observe another woman, not from a hater perspective, because it wasn't nothing that I wanted that she had besides the man. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't even know if I wanted him. Did I want him? Or did I feel like I needed him? These are questions for myself. Because it was codependency at the time. Codependency. I was trying to cling on to something that was stable for me. Like, I needed something stable. Especially if I had just like went into my first field of entrepreneurship. I needed that stability. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I need something to say they want me, you know? Because your career don't ever, like, when you're an entrepreneur, your career don't always remind you that it wants you. Although it can't leave you, you know what I mean? I can get up every day and continue playing on my shit, you know, playing on my cards and, you know, making my best interest in my profit, how I'm going to be, and the other projects and stuff that I have. But yeah, I needed something stable. So I was very definitely codependent. We'll talk about myself this time. I was definitely codependent. I was looking to have that child in me fulfilled, you know. So that was that. 2 wands. Deciding. Love or career. I wasn't in a space where I could choose love strongly, and I wasn't in a space where I could choose career strongly. So I became addicted to working a lot. Like, I wasn't like, I had no time on my hands where I couldn't focus on myself. That's never going to be like a problem for me. Like, I'm going to grind, but I'm going to like put that time to, you know, give that new love a chance for me. Give that new love a chance. I don't know if I could talk about this for 6 videos, no matter how much I want to. I don't think I can. Like, I've healed so much in this process. Like, no, don't get me wrong, I still want to still toe, like, boot stomp him. Like, I would literally love to pound him in the face with some really high heels or some boots, mostly boots. Like, I really want to crush that nigga face. Like, and it's like, I shouldn't have this graphic image of him, like, where I want to harm someone, but he sought to harm me. Okay, so basically, let's get to the time that I popped up. I really didn't think it was a problem, because at this point, again, I put a pin in what I want. I went to his game, his first home game, drove 8 hours. Nutty bitch. Like, I drove 8 hours. 8 hours to go support. And when I got there, you know, I spent some time with myself, explore the city. I'm very self-reliant when it comes to stuff like that. I told him I was coming. I told him I was coming. Anybody if he cared if I came or not. I felt like he was the type of person that, like, I see. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, then we gonna see then. So I came. Y'all, when I tell you, homeboy's a fucking weirdo. Like, weirdo. Like, I was like, okay, so I like to sit. I don't know. I wanted to be seen when I was there. So I sat in a position where it was the goal line. So the goal, you know, the sport where you got to go to the end. So I sat there where you have to run to me and you can see me type shit. So, and then I wanted to be able to see him in my heat. Like, I don't know. I'm one of those people who like to really observe. Like, people don't understand when you're okay. And this is just like real life advice, because these are advice videos. When, if you know how to use your skills and your development, like me, my melanated, because I read books like, what's the book called? The Secret Science of Black Men and blah, blah. So it talks about like the dominance of a black woman. And because I knew this information, I was in practice of using that information. And when I was in practice, I was like, okay, I have to understand, you can't just date somebody and not know how they work, you know what I mean? Like, for me, yeah, you can't date somebody and not know how they work. So for me, this is my first time ever watching him do anything, you know what I mean? Do his craft. So me watching, I was able to see like how he moves, where he makes mistakes at, and how he could become better. He did a really good job that time, so I felt like it was all me. Like, I was like, but it's so fun. Yeah, he had a really good game. You know, he had a really good game. So I was like, okay, he needs me here. He needs me here. That codependency. But yeah, I don't know where in that day the wires got crossed, but it had went like real quick. First of all, I waited on him. I was like, hey, you know, everybody saw me but him. I said, oh, he want to be a little, we want to talk about mamas. Yeah, he want to be a little weird, 2020. So everybody saw me but him. I was like, hey, you know, like, you know, I'm here. Like, I did show up, motherfuckers. So, you know, he was like, I was like, okay, bitch. Like, that type of shit really irritates me because it's like, okay, I'm already really being vulnerable right now. Like, for me, that's vulnerable. Like, that's like, I feel like another codependency thing or another, whenever you learn in these cards, another thing is vulnerability. When you codependent, you're vulnerable. No matter what, anybody can inflict you. Period. So, I was like, why would you do that to me? Like, this ain't no short ass trip. Like, you can't just be being mean to somebody on no short ass trip. Like, you don't need to stay focused that badly. So, long story short. So anyway, good game, end of the game. You know, you people go on the field and say, oh, hello, congratulations. And you don't know how long I beat myself up about this. Like, I had beat myself up so long about this. I was like, maybe I should just went down there and stop being so fucking scary. Like, I had made it this far. I should have been that scary. But I was like, I'm not about to go into nobody's parents' face and act like I, like, am in a happy relationship with them or happy friend with them. I'm not. Like, bitch, we still got problems and we're gonna solve these. Like, you know, that's how I think. Like, because it's like, we're not gonna escape that. But I guess I could have been, you know, a little bit more, I don't know. But he never went like he was doing this weird thing where he was pacing back closer to where I was at. But I don't know, the lady had started talking to me, people next to me was talking to me. I was like, okay, when he's done, I'll walk. You know, he was close enough for when he walked past, I could just, like, you know, go intersect to talk to him. Yeah, but anyway, he was out there on the field for a very long time, and I was just like, I don't think I'm supposed to go down there. Granted, I really never dated an athlete or someone in where I was. Yeah, I just never really, like, I'm not gonna say I never dated an athlete. I like musicians a lot more. that would be my type. Yeah, like, I just didn't. I don't know. I feel like I had got, like, my training, like, all my friends, they dated, like, in high school, they did the whole thing, you know. I had, like, a bunch of people's names on my shirt. I didn't have, like, one name on my shirt. I was like, I'm going to make everybody feel special. But anyway, yeah. So I didn't go down there. So I beat myself about that. I was like, oh, my gosh, like, what if that was him being, like, open and honest, you know. But I was like, I'm not about to be delusional about the shit. Like, he didn't personally say, come on, I want you to meet somebody, or I want you to meet my family. So I was like, okay, then I'm about to do that. So he walked past. He's being weird. So I was like, okay, I'm going to ignore you back. When I tell you this man walked past about a couple times with a real fake attitude, I was just like, and this is what I was like, okay, we're about to do our, like, in my brain, I was like, we're about to do our scenes. So I was like, I let him have a tantrum in front of me. I'm like, you going to keep walking back and forth like, you know I'm standing right here. That's rude. Like, that's rude. Like, that's what I was thinking the whole time. And I had the playfulness because that moment was so, it was like weird to me. And the man that was guarding the door, he was like, he knows you. I was like, yeah, he does. Like, he's being a turd right now. But I was like, okay. So I wasn't gonna be a bitch and just walk away because yeah, I just wasn't gonna do that. I ain't gonna be that petty. You know, that is 8 hours. So, oh Lord, y'all. Yeah, so anyway, we came out, he talked. I was like, I wish you would, like, but I feel like he got mad because his friend, like, I don't know, whatever, one of his teammates was like, oh, he waiting on his roommate, blah, blah, whatever the name was. So when they came out the locker room, I was like, yo. I said his friend name, I was like, okay, like, who are you? And then, like, again, that jealousy comes up. And I was like, oh, okay, you're a little shitty that I didn't. Sorry. And I get it. Like, I really do get it. Like, when it comes to that healing part and, like, what would I have wanted? What would I have needed, like, as a woman or as a man? Or, you know, tapping into that balance of masculine and femininity, which I'm about to pull a card, too. Another 3 cards. You know, what would I have needed? I had time to reflect on that. So, but again, I hadn't put everything on the table yet. So, damn, I'm getting tired of this engagement card. So unrequited love, very soon an engagement. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Basically, yeah, there was not enough for me, and maybe on his end as well. There wasn't enough I didn't have enough vulnerability from him. Even if I did see little peaks of it or little spots of it, I wasn't enough for me to feel comfortable being like, baby, why are you doing me like this? Even if my soul felt like this. My soul wanted to scream all of those words to him. Like, why did you do this to me, baby, like that to me? Like, but I couldn't. Like, I just can't. Like, the fuck? Like, the fuck? Like, at that point, I'm instantly like, ah! So, we leaving out. So, we end up walking together, walking out, blah, blah, talking. He's like, oh, thank you for coming, blah, blah. I'm just like, you being weird, really weird. Then he started being really childish, and was like, I'm talking to other people, there's gonna be other girls coming up here. I'm like, and you think that's about to, like, what? You think, like that again, like that whole showing that phone shit, like that to me, that had brought me back to the space where I'm like, I get it, you don't know what you want, but you need to clearly decide, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you time to decide on that, and I'm really the type of woman that's gonna let you decide. You gonna sit on that shit, you know what I mean? The unrequited love, I'm like, okay, if I'm not what you want, bro, I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want. So engagement, your love life is ascended to a high level of commitment. That's what in my brain, my mind was like, I thought we were fucking dating to marry, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's what my mind was. I was like, what are you doing? You know? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, that's what my mind was. Like, but I wasn't able, I couldn't even fake cry. I tried it, y'all. I really did try to cry, fake cry and everything. It just was not coming out. I have to be genuine as fuck in this relationship, because if I don't, I'm going to be unhappy, you know? I have to be genuine, because if not, if I'm going to be unhappy. I'm going to be unhappy. And that's the worst thing I didn't want to feel, is unhappy in something I have really wanted. Oops. This is becoming a little bit difficult for me to talk about. Like, my heart is constrained tonight. I'm trying to keep, you know, perfect posture. I really am. Because it's like you look back at all the things that could have been done better, could have been communicated better. And they just don't. It just didn't happen that way, you know? And then it lead to once. Empress. I was in my right not to do nothing. Knight of Wands. He was just offering dick at that point. And I get it. I probably could have stayed around longer if I would have offered him some pussy. I know it. I know it. Scorpios like that. Like, you know what I mean? They like to have sex, and then, you know, if we fuck with each other still, we fuck with each other still. You know, it's all on the table. But he was trying to get a part of me that he didn't know how to, he wasn't responsible enough for. He was trying to get a part of me sexually he wasn't responsible enough for. You know? Because it feels so good. It feels so good that you would let it go. You know? So, yeah, I think what he had said some shit that just really aggravated me. I busted him out about a fake profile that he had that was like stalking me, and I was just like, bro, I know you. Like, my spirit had already told me. My spirit had already told me. And I was like, okay. I don't know if this is good for me or good for the world. It's sometimes so hard to decipher spiritual healing and spiritual destruction. Because in this part right now in this video, I still have to clearly decide if he's worth 6 fucking parts of my damn life. if he's worth 6 parts of my life, you know, because this is so still unresolved. This is so still unresolved. And that's frustrating for me. Because I know what the universe is doing. I know what the universe is doing, you know? I know what's conspiring underneath. I can feel it. My energies feel it, you know? I don't like feeling like I'm on a leash by somebody. So I'm going to talk about this in the next part 3. No matter what, I got to do it. I already tweeted it. So part 3, we'll find out how I even got arrested in the beginning. Well, no, that's more of part 5. That's more like part 4, part 5. Okay. So, what we can, like I said, what we can talk about is how the restraining order even got brought up about. And why men are crazy. And what people would do to get their way. It was very unfair, very unjust. You know, and there's consequences for those. So I'll see you guys in part 3. Fair? 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 I'll see you in part 3.